Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Mohammad Azhar, lecturer in the Department of Poultry Science. Today we will discuss chicken female reproductive system. Female reproductive system in the domestic fowl consists of the ovary and accompanying oviduct, while the female embryo in chicken has two sets of reproductive organs. Only one of these, the left, survives and reaches maturity to produce the eggs. The single surviving ovary is located in the laying hen just in front of the kidneys in the abdominal cavity and is firmly attached to the wall of the cavity. The ovary is well endowed with blood vessels to ensure there is no hindrance to transport of nutrients to the developing yolk. The ovary consists of mass yellowish rounded objects called follicles, each containing an ovum or yolk. There are many such follicles, but only a small number in comparison will ever reach maturity to produce an egg. When the hen is in lay, the ovary will be active. The size of follicles will vary from very small to those approaching the normal yolk size in the egg, which can be up to 40 millimeters in diameter. It is possible to find five stages of development in the active ovary. Primary follicles that have not yet commenced to grow. Growing follicles are commenced to grow and to be mature follicles. Mature follicles ready are merely so far released. Discharged follicles where the yolk has just been released. Attractive follicles, those from which the yolk has been released some time ago. Oviduct. Function of oviduct is to produce albumin, shell membrane and the shell around the yolk to complete the egg. It is a long tube supplied with blood via numerous blood vessels. There are many glands found in its wall that produce the albumin, the shell membrane, and the shell. In the non-layer, the oviduct is quite short and small in diameter. It grows to a length of 70 to 80 centimeters with a variable diameter depending on the function of the section being examined. The oviduct consists of five distinct parts, sections, each having magnum or ampulla. The magnum is the longest segment up to 40 centimeters long. Its function is to add approximately 40% of the albumin to the developing egg that takes about 3 hours to move through. These percentages vary considerably depending on quite a few factors including the genetics of the hen, age of the bird, the egg's age and storage condition. However, in a good quality freshly laid eggs, the above relationship mostly applies. Isthmus. The isthmus is approximately 12 centimeters long and has a function of adding approximately 20% of the albumin and shell membranes to the egg. The isthmus takes approximately 75 minutes to carry out its task. While the egg is still in the oviduct, the shell membrane appears as one over the total surface of the egg, so close they are associated with each other. However, as the egg cools after it has been laid, the membrane separates usually at the larger end to form air cell. The air cell in the newly laid egg is approximately 1.5 cm in diameter and approximately 0.5 cm in depth. As the egg ages, the content loses water and the air cell increases. This change in size is an indicator of egg quality as related to the egg age and the holding condition of the uterus or shell gland. The uterus is a relatively short and bulbous gland up to 12 cm in length. The developing egg remains in the uterus for 18 to 20 hours, while approximately 40% of the albumin and all of the shell is added. It is for this reason that the organ is often called the shell gland. The shell formation really begins by the deposition of small clusters of calcium carbonate crystals onto outer shell membranes, while in the isthmus these are the initiation grains for the subsequent calcium carbonate deposition in the uterus. The number of these grains is genetically controlled and is related to the subsequent shell thickness. As more grains deposited in the isthmus, the thicker will be the final shell. Last part is vagina at approximately 12 centimeters in length. It secretes the egg's outer cuticle and possibly the shell